Hello, everybody. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns, broadcasting a Link to the Past All Dungeons RMG monthly race. We're featuring Tam and Mr. Buyer on stream today, with Fox, Lisk, and Malmo on commentary. Say hello, everybody.
Hello,
Hello.
everybody.
Jinx.
How's it going, Malmo?
Going well. I'm happy to have another excuse to not relearn how to speedrun this game by joining on comms with you, Fox.
Yeah, same. We tricked Chex into having to run this month by both volunteering before he could.
Yep.
So it should be good. We've got Tam and Buyer here on our first featured runners, as Ricky mentioned. They are both doing... Tam just theorized this route like an hour ago. It sounds terrible and insane. I don't know what Buyer is doing. Do you know about his route?
So he does a route that he calls max safeties. Though he does early hook, so the route isn't the safe route, but he gets red mail and he gets silvers.
Red mail and okay. Does he do like an early GT dip for red mail?
Yeah, he does it after Harris, so it gives him a heal, and then he gives him the red mail for the rest of the run.
Interesting.
I would like to point out that Tam put in the race room. Fair warning, I'm going to run the absolute most batshit unhinged route possible, which I'm looking forward to.
They were just practicing like a swim clip to a broken camera ice rod.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's called Brahmin Ice Rod, which actually looks pretty good if you can pull it off. I think you can make it really hard by trying to optimize the bomb throw, or you could just jump down and throw it normally and still save time. It looks good. I think it looks good enough to almost negate the benefit of early hook, but it's just my opinion. Nobody will give me a straight answer on how much early hook actually saves in this run.
Why would it affect early hook though?
Because in early hook, you don't do ice rod at all. You do it from desert. So an ice rod swim, which saves a lot of time over the old way of doing ice rod, will make the non-early hook route faster than it used to be, without speeding up the other route.
Okay, I will believe you. I don't really understand, but I'm sure you know what you're talking about.
I also see some spoilers on the splits, which are suggesting to me that Tam is going to get silvers in desert, which I don't know how to picture that. Silvers at desert is very confusing to me.
They were talking about this in Discord. I don't remember I don't know. I'm not smart enough to understand when people describe routes to me without actually watching them. And then, often, even then, I don't understand.
I also see some trouble up ahead for Tam with a split that says pod/green potion and EP/bottle, which I'm a little bit afraid of.
It's interesting. If the green potion is after pod, then I don't understand. But if it's before pod, then we might be seeing a basement clip.
Well, I think what it is it's after Eastern, so it's in the pod split, but all
Right.
Oh, that's not true though, because Flippers/Swamp. I guess we'll just have to watch. So here comes Lonk. It's the first glitch. It's part
Why
of
are
doing...
going for a setup that I don't know how reliable that is. It works though.
Works, yeah. It's one of the big reset points of the speedrun. It's thankfully early, but not great for racing. But people do it anyway for some reason. It saves a ton of time over just doing the escape.
Yes. Yeah, doing this early, what you want to get out and do Eastern before escape, but you want to do it with save and quit active, which requires talking to the uncle. And so doing that and all the stuff that comes down from it saves like, I don't know, 40 seconds or something. The rest of the run is so weird and complicated and has so many variations that it's hard to put a single number on it, but it's a big chunk.
It's also hard to tell who's ahead in any given point in the run.
Yes.
No, we'll just enjoy the show.
Tam doing a citrus out to the west to get a bottle. Buyer doing the traditional, quote unquote, East River Fought to go to Eastern.
Yeah, both of them are going east. It's just, your other east for Tam.
Tam will end up on the east side of the map in just a moment.
All right, we
Fire
got
having-
simultaneous citrus clips.
Yeah. Fire having a little bit of trouble with his.
The difference between buyers and TAMs is that TAMs is mandatory and buyers is optional.
Right.
So a buyer has to feel bad about losing time over walking, whereas TAM just knows that they have to do this no matter what.
Yeah.
TAM can also hard lock if they do it wrong.
That's true.
Oh, no, we did it.
Like that. Hey, thanks for showing that off, Tam.
Oh, that sucks. So they do have to reactivate EG because hard resetting the game does clear that variable, I think. Actually, does it? You correct me. I actually don't know.
I think so, yeah.
I know that you can RMG and then use a different save file to activate it, which is banned in all categories, but I think hard reset does actually clear the variables.
Did we ever actually get rid of defeat Ganon Ram Prep?
I'm not sure. I want to say we did very recently.
I think everybody agreed that we should get rid of it, but I don't know if it happened or not.
I think the problem is people would actually have to run defeat Ganon, so deleting ram prep just deletes the category, unless there are people on the leaderboard who don't ram prep.
There are a number of times without Ram Prep, yeah.
Yeah, ram prep is not just a thing you do for a 4-H show. It's,
Oh, God. So Buyer now, unfortunately, does not get to Quadrant Glitch through Eastern.
it is, in fact, banned in this category.
Yeah.
Mr. Buyer is cursed with only running RMG categories, but, like, inventing half of the Quadrant Glitch setups in this game
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
you can't use.
He found the Quadrant Glitch Eastern, which is... He found a lot of Quadrant Glitches. That's, like, the best one by far for speedrunning, except that it's banned in every category that does Eastern. But if we could do it, it would save, like, I don't know, a minute or something, 40 seconds in Eastern. So, since there's a bit of downtime here, what happened to Tam was, once you map wrap from west to east, so you go past the end of the map to the west, and you end up over on the corresponding part of the map on the east. And while you're in that state, if you hit the transition back east, the game does not like that. It's basically what happened to Tam. But it's very easy to hit that because not only pressing right does it, but if you nudge into it, you also get that effect. So you have to be very careful to like undershoot the lines that you're walking for so that you can nudge westward while you're trying to walk up and stuff. So I didn't see exactly what happened, but I assume Tam just like slightly overshot the one tile walkway that they were aiming for. And
They did.
got a nudge.
You can also hard lock there by pumping in the wrong place.
That's true.
If you're pumping there, you're just trying too hard, in my opinion. It's actually probably really good to pump there because it's stairs. Okay, now they're being real careful. They even like held up well before. You have plenty of time to hold up without getting nudged to the right if you're undershooting, but if you're overshooting, it's any amount overshooting will kill you.
Right.
And even if you think, oh shoot, I've overshot, I should save and quit out of this, you can do that, but then you have to EG out, and the only thing you get to skip is the bottle. So you have to do all of it again anyway.
Oh yeah, true.
Because it just puts you back at the uncle with no EG.
Right.
So Mr. Buyer has uneventfully completed Eastern Palace and is picking up his boots. He's going to take them. He's going to take them up the mountain and do. He's going to do pod, but I think Silver Arrows come first. So he's actually going to do. He's not going to go to pod just yet. He's going to go to the mountain, and then set up a mirror portal that's offset from the camera, so that it actually gets placed at the castle, and use it to clip into the fairy that gives you the Silver Arrows, and then rescue Zelda. Normally, you would rescue Zelda after pod.
Yeah. But if you're getting the silvers, then they put you right outside of escape. So just combo those.
That's why it's so confusing that Tam is like getting silvers at desert. Which I still don't know how that works, but we'll just have to learn later.
I hope we get that far.
Chex
There's a lot
showed
of
me
splits between here and there.
Chex showed me a clip that Mr. Buyer could have done there, where you like shortcut that screen transition from Eastern to the I don't know what you call it, sand dunes area. that saves about a second.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I saw it last night. You just clip across, essentially. It seems to be
You
pretty
just have to get
uncomplicated.
a really fast clip to save time with it.
Yeah, you have to be good at clipping. Probably why people don't really do it. But if you're playing this category, you're not doing every clip, regardless of time save. What are you even doing?
Well, in Tam's case, what they're doing is, instead of doing every clip, they're doing the most unhinged route possible. Fire got a slightly incorrect hop there, probably due to not quick hopping because of some funny business, but knows to back up and saves it easily. What DMD do you think Bayer's doing?
I think he just does the spin. You know, like it's like normal DMD but in the light world.
So not Brahmin Silvers.
I don't think he's. I think I showed someone Brahmin Silvers last night, but I don't know if Mr. Bayer was there. I want to say it was him. I don't know if he's had a chance to learn it yet, though. It must have been him, because I was watching him run the game before we did co-op.
Very comfy Armos fight on Tam's side. I'm sure they're really happy about how all these events are going.
Uneventful Eastern Palace for Tam.
Yeah. First try. You know what? I think this is going to be a gold split, though.
Yeah, it's everyone's favorite kind of gold, which is a gold dash. It's like a gold donut, but it's the donut hole.
A very ovoid donut.
Okay, Mr. Bayer getting a little sketchy on that DMD. There's actually a version of the DMD you can do where you just clip into the top of the slope and hold down, and it's not slower.
Oh, I'm not sure if I know that.
I use
I guess
it
that's
because
just what
it's
the
safer.
citrus is.
Yeah, it's exactly the same as Bunny DMD. You're just doing it as Link, and it's faster as Link because you could just clip into the edge.
Right. Brahmin Silvers is like a little bit cursed. I don't know. I was like a 130 runner when I learned it, and it was a little tough for me. But it's not too bad, except that it requires a broken camera teleport, if I recall right.
The one thing I remember about Brahmin Silvers is that in the 2020 tournament, Keong learned it because if he's going to do silvers, he might as well do the fastest version of silvers.
It's a very funny way of thinking about it.
Oh, Tam claims to be doing the most unhinged route, but does not even go for the fence dash hard lock transition, which you can actually avoid hard locking by doing a correct fence dash into it, but it's, risky.
Can we get a runner who's not a coward on the restream instead?
Yeah, that would be Krithel or Chex, which I know Chex told me himself that he's going to go for it, and Krithel went for it in the last All Dungeons Monthly.
Yeah, Krithel went for it and missed it and quit the race, which was great.
That's respectable.
That's the monthly experience.
It is absolutely the monthly experience. Nobody has forfeit yet, by the way, which is incredible.
10 minutes in, wow.
Yeah, 10 minutes in, like we just got through like most of the really bad reset points for everyone who's not doing basement clip. And nobody's forfeit. So I'm very proud of everybody in this race. Based on the names I see in the race, I count 3 people who would be attempting basement clip that I know of.
Oh, I didn't realize Krithel was on this. I saw he was streaming earlier with the title that had to do with the rando match, so I assumed he wasn't going to be able to make this.
I was questioning if he would finish co-op cross keys in time, but it looks like he made it. I guess he doesn't have to finish. You can just, the opponent can finish first, and then... So only one of you actually has to finish. I don't actually know who won. Okay, so here's Rescuing Zelda, which is abusing some save and quit mechanics here. Apparently when you save and quit here in the mirror, it takes you to the sanctuary instead of to Zelda's cell. You can skip the entire rescue sequence that way. but you do have to come here with mirror, which is why early Eastern saves so much time in this run.
I think this is the only place in the game where you can save and quit and have it start you inside a dungeon like that. So I guess the game just sort of gave up and set your save and quit your mirror point to the sink instead of
Yeah.
Zelda cell. I don't really
I
know.
mean, if you want to get like really granular, I think probably would work also if you took her to the mantle and then save and quit. But why would you do that? It would lose time.
Is there a separate save and point at the mantle?
There's definitely a separate dying point because I know that from like randomizer.
Sure.
But I don't know if the mirror behavior changes.
Fire showing off why I just walked to the pixel is a cursed strat.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I do it, but I recognize that it's not good. It's faster if you can pull it off.
Yes, it is.
So again, looking at the racers, I think Error is maybe the only person who will be doing Zelda first. I think he's doing the total 2020 route of we haven't discovered mirroring Zelda yet, or legalized overworld EG.
Who is that? You mean, sorry, Eri?
Yeah, Eri.
Yeah. I think that's true. There's been some rumblings that he might be learning like Ice Rod Swim or Aga 2 Clipe or Little Tech like that, but I think he's still on the old route.
Mm-hmm. Ice Rod Swim is so fast. Like I say, he's like 10 seconds, and my timing is worth learning.
I'll learn once I have 109. All right, so Eri will begin learning tomorrow. Fire, no! Don't fall on the left side!
A little time loss. Right. Tam is not basement clipping.
No, Tam is
What's
in
the green potion
state.
for then?
What is the green potion for?
Maybe they just decided not to.
No. This is all planned. Tam is a schemer.
I'm looking at the splits and trying to figure out what green potion is for. And
Maybe it's for duping the damn heart piece.
The damn heart piece.
No. It must be for Stairmaster. That's right. They're going to Stairmaster into Thieves Town or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's legal.
That's related to the silvers. I like the first thing I read this morning as I was still waking up was a Discord conversation about this route, which I understood about 5% of. But I remember some keywords.
So the thing about Stairmaster is it is legal in RMG, but because this is all dungeons, we voted to require the dungeons be completed in the correct state. So the thing that Stairmaster would actually save time on, which is the GT climb, is not in this route. It's not in this category. It is in the any percent version of this category, which is why only like 3 people run it now.
Yeah. In all of the other dungeons, finishing them in their own state is the only reasonable option anyway, because you need the prizes. And there's not enough like between dungeon clips that are legal in RMG for like collecting prizes in the wrong boss state or in the wrong dungeon state, really.
Mm-hmm. Even if you did need prizes, didn't need prizes, like yeah, they're just the one that it would be good for is Eastern, and you need the prize to get the boots, which is required for Stairmaster and a lot of other stuff. So
yeah, I don't know, maybe you would do Swamp or something. I don't really know, but yeah, it's we don't have enough tech available to us in this rule set to do a lot of dungeon clipping. Tam is very afraid.
I mean,
dodges successfully.
They're doing a really good fight though, especially in phase 4. I can understand being afraid on 4 hearts. You can take 2 hits. Mr. Buyer, Tam can take 1 hit, and Mr. Buyer can take 2 hits.
Right.
He also has silvers. He really has nothing to fear.
Yeah, this fight is why silvers are so good in this category, why they were such a popular safety in the old tournament. Because Homosaur is hard.
Allosaurus is extremely dangerous. It used to be even worse when
Yeah.
we couldn't spin speed. Hell no, we
Yeah.
just didn't know about it.
That's a key dash. I
No,
don't know the pixels.
that's not the key dash pixel I'm familiar with as much.
Oh, you know the mid tile.
The mid tile is so much easier to see than is it bisecting the two black lines at the top.
Yeah.
Which is a much harder visual cue to recognize. There's probably some like screen edge cue you could use instead, but then you have to not be on a CRT. Just you have to also not be watching Link.
I look at the like light cone. I don't look at Link for that cue.
You might be wondering why Tam's not getting Sank Heart. They are just not getting it yet. This is not their first time at Sanctuary. Or it's not their last time at Sanctuary. This is the traditional way of rescuing Zelda, which is you just clip in from Sanctuary. And this is fine.
Is this bad?
Yeah, that's fine. You can enter doors with the bush.
Oh, okay.
It's how you fix it if you do it at like on the way to GT. You can walk into Spike Cave and fix it.
I know about that, but that door's already open. I was wondering if it would cause a problem with opening this door, but it was fine. You can't hold right there in that room, which is really annoying.
What do you mean you can't hold right?
Like if you hold right, you walk into that guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Maybe not every time. Maybe it's like a frame rule, but it's not safe to just hold straight right. Okay, so Bayer now is doing hook shot. Is this... Okay. We'll find out. So this is going to be a Hera dip.
Bayer's route, other than red mail, is pretty standard. It's a very, very normal route for most modern runners of this category. But the red mail is the one thing that's unusual. And to an extent, the silvers. But the silvers are good enough that lots of people do them.
Right. So Bayer needs an extra small key, which we have available to us in the sewers here.
This is the reason early hook can't be done in Escape First. Because in Escape First, you consume this key.
Right.
I suppose you could do it with Basement Clip.
I wasn't going to say it, but yes, you can.
I mean, if you're doing Escape First and Basement Clip,
that's gamer.
I don't know. You're pretty much just playing Pokemon with the routes. Like, I just want to do all of them. One of the things I've considered is creating like a route randomizer for all dungeons, where you get like a mystery generator, but nice kiss priest from Tam. But you get told what route to run.
That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't have the skills to actually program the logic for it, since it would require a little bit of logic. Like,
yeah,
you know, you can't do early hook and Escape First, but you could probably do some simple flowchart stuff. Like, first it chooses whether you're doing Escape First, and then it chooses the other stuff you can add. Yeah, it's like rule set rando, but with a route.
So the downside of not doing Basement Clip is mostly that you have to do Hera Tile Room.
Yeah, well, we didn't talk about why are we doing Basement Clip. I guess because no one is actually doing it in this race that we can see, but there are a couple people who are doing it that we can't see. But the reason you would do Basement Clip is you want to eat the pod big key in Cave State, which assigns big keys to 3 other dungeons. One of them is Hera, and that's the one that saves a lot of time. But actually, Desert saves a lot of time, too. You can skip the entire front of the dungeon.
Yeah.
You have to pay it back by doing an arduous clip in the basement of pod, because it does not give you the pod big key, which would be pretty free if it did.
Yeah, that would be... Well, if it gave you the pod big key, then we wouldn't have Basement Clip. So
yeah, we would just do pod.
It would be terrible. It would be a tragedy. Tam, in addition to being a coward for a reason that I no longer remember, is also doing this this insanely corrupt strat is trying to corrupt our youth. Can't believe that we've let this person be on Restream. This is a disgrace to the community.
The corruption that Tam is doing is leaving those 2 pots behind so they can't use the bottom wall to skate around.
Pot friend. Thanks, Requiem. Fire here is doing, we call it a dash citrus, which is a fine name, I suppose.
It's called a citrus not because it's like a citrus cliff, but because it was also discovered by Yuzuhara.
Yeah.
We ran out of things to call things discovered by Yuzuhara, other than Yuzu something or citrus something. So everything is just citrus, this and that, except Basement Clip, which is also discovered by Yuzuhara, who has the world record in this category.
I did not open pod. That sounds like a problem. Oh no! Wait, is Buyer stuck? Oh, no.
No, he's fine.
He snapped out of
He's
pod
doing
side.
the right snap that I think Requiem discovered.
Okay. Whew. I got scared, but it was just because I don't understand, not because it was scary.
Yeah, so we have reports in chat that Chex did not succeed at Basement Clip, but he can... What would have to happen is he'd have to Basement Clip again later. I'll come back with the Cane of Samaria and do it.
We're going to get to watch Chex at the end of this stream because he's finishing no matter what, and he just added like 3 minutes to his finish time.
Chex has like the most impressive completion rates in the categories he runs of like anyone I watch.
It's crazy.
Like even Spleeby, who does 1 NMG run a week and finishes most of them, doesn't have as high a completion rate as Chex.
Chex has a higher completion rate in like any percent RMG than almost anybody does in like,
Yeah, it's
reasonable
insane.
categories.
And it's like 50% completion rate. Most people will finish maybe 1 out of 10 at most.
Yeah. I think he's at like 70% in any percent RMG. But he'll pop in chat and let us know, I'm sure.
And that Tam doing the fake clippers.
Very fast
Very nice.
clipping
That was
state.
really good.
Yeah.
Now they
Fire, by the
not
way, is in
die here.
GT.
Oh, that was scary. Oh my god. They got like a weird RNG from the Tektite in the water that knocked it upward and made it unsafe to dash through it, so reacted appropriately. Here's Mr. Buyer, by the way, in Ganon's Tower, earlier than anyone else in the race, guaranteed.
Yeah.
This is for red mail and the big key.
Yeah, this dip is like not that expensive. You have to do the basement anyway, and the basement is like mostly distinct from the climb, but it does add a second GT clip to your run later to get back to the entrance of GT, so you can do the climb.
It also looks dangerous. Like Mr. Buyer could just die here. Like if he does the anti-fairy wrong, I don't know.
He doesn't need the arrows.
I would rather be in Thieves Town, I think. I don't know.
I think GT basement with 1 heart is probably safer than Thieves Town. Or with 2 hearts, I mean, is probably safer than Thieves Town. With 1 heart, probably not.
Arrows.
I don't think he needed those arrows.
Well, he's going to use arrows on Vitreous. Vitreous uses more arrows in silvers than in non-silvers. You use 11 arrows, and in non-silvers you use like 11 maximum, but you can use less.
Well, you don't have
oh
to
my
use
God,
the
Mr.
arrows.
Oh my god, Mr. Fire, don't die, please. Oh my goodness. We did it. Oh,
Okay, let's
terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. All right, so...
What if he walks into the spark?
Is Tam doing an NMG Moldorm? That's what chat is suggesting to me.
Yes, Tam did Moldorm here for some reason.
But Tam has the hammer. I don't know why they just didn't use it.
Well, that's a different question. The first question, that is probably the funnier question. But the first question is, so normally you don't do Moldorm here because if you do Moldorm later, the fight is faster and you get a health refill for Meyer 2. But I think we're seeing something unhinged in this route that makes the health refill irrelevant.
The health refill relevance, I think, is that you do silvers after desert. Which now I don't know if it's after, but is it with ether? Ether and T are big. Oh, okay, that's Stairmaster stuff. I don't know. I'm not questioning it. I'm just gonna watch.
So we're dipping for Turtle Rock Big Key. So we're double dipping Turtle Rock.
Yeah, we're going to TR from Ether. Probably going into the middle of TR to get the big key, and then maybe Stairmastering somewhere with it. Although I'm not sure why you would do that.
I think the reason you would do that is so that the commentators on CSR are confused. I think that's the main motivation for this route.
Decent bad RNG Hellway.
Yeah.
It's very hard to actually get a good Hellway when it doesn't let you.
Players are actually look like they're close together right now, although I have no idea how much anyone's accomplished.
That's
So probably
a
far
really
apart
good point. I think the big difference is that Mr. Byer has the Ganon's Tower big key and Tam doesn't.
Tam has Hera though. I don't think.
It's just Smoldern though. Like that's way faster than getting GT big key.
That's true. Is that the only difference? Yeah, I guess so. Tam did lose like 2 minutes at the beginning. So that explains why they're behind. So Tam got bottle and potion very early. They did sort of the Yuzu route. But I feel like it's pretty plausible that there might... Oh, nice Hellway RNG. I'm not sure that that's the best way to get the bottle and potion in this route. Because you have to do that map wrap in like the world record route because you need the potion like immediately. But you're using it so late in this run. I wonder if there was a better time to get it.
Yeah, I think the better time is you don't need a green potion. You get a red one here. Mirror and get the bottle and get a red potion. Tam has
That's
not
good,
quite
yeah.
enough rupees for that. They'll get 600 in village and spend 10 on the smith, and then they won't have 150 for a red.
But if they had done basement clip, they could have gotten basement rupees.
Yeah, but they didn't do basement clip, right? So.
Yeah, just another reason why they should have them.
If they did basement clip, they wouldn't have the potion for whatever unhinged nonsense they're going to do.
Oh, that's true. They would have had to get the potion.
They'd have to get another potion.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what Tam's doing. I don't think anyone knows what they're talking about.
Good blind RNG from Tam.
Mr. Byer, by the way, saved a ton of time on the red meal split, despite the mishap with Armos, and is almost at PB.
I wonder what happened in PB.
I would also like to report that still no forfeits.
That's crazy.
Yeah, this is. I mean, even NMG would usually have forfeits by now.
Oh yeah, you usually have half the team out by the time the Hera split's done.
Yeah, people fail fake flippers and die on the mountain and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mr. Byer.
Oh no.
Died before red meal. I mean, you just don't get red meal then, right? You just eat. You get blue mail instead, which is the correct meal to get in all dungeons.
Blue mail is probably faster than red mail, but it is still a non-negligible time loss. Unless it saves your life, then it's a huge time save. I don't have a Malmo sub at the moment. How embarrassing. But Super M209 textbook. Nice gold thieves from Bayer. You guys can't see the splits, but we can see the runner splits. And Bayer just got a gold. He doesn't have gold splits or anything on the layout, so I don't know how big of a gold it was, but he is now almost 8 seconds ahead of PB. So no pressure. That's true. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to anything Requiem says, just sort of in general, in my opinion, but certainly not strat shaving.
You can't get Wreck Magic in this category. So you're safe from that. You can, however, do the best thing, which is double quick warp frog door.
Double quick warp is, yeah. I still like it. It's a little bit slower than frog door, but it's a lot easier and safer.
It's like 40 frames slower.
Something like that. This is the boring part of the run where you're just doing NMG for 6 minutes or whatever.
Nice muffin stash. Does anybody have a muffin sub?
If Tam misses PB by 20 frames, we'll know why. Nice arrow drop. Nice mummy room.
Wow, terrible.
Easiest room in the game.
Really aggressive mummies.
Matt 7-8, easiest room in the game.
Of course, they get the double door block too. Yikes.
I mirror bonked frog door 3 times.
Oh no.
Oh, Mr. Bayer going for fence dash, which is, you know, good. And then bravely and nobly keeping the dash even though it's a bonk, which is moral and upstanding and shows good character.
Another one. Another
muffin stash. Oh god.
Love it. So I remember there was like a bit of a I don't call it a meme, but kind of people would comment in the All Dungeons tournament that fence dash in NMG is just kind of like for swag and tiny bit of time save, but in RMG people would do it to like assess how their one frame movements are, to like give themselves an idea of like how likely they are to like do the mirror wrap properly and stuff. So like if you failed it, it was like a bad omen for the run rather than just like missing a... Oh my god, Mr. Bayer having a statue drag issue.
Yeah. You can grab statues from one side, like you can get the statue grabbing animation from 1 pixel farther away from a statue than you actually grab it, which is like incredibly frustrating and confusing.
Wait, so you mean you would grab it, but it would dash dust?
It's not dash dust. You get the grabbing animation, but then if you like press back, like down or left or whatever to pull it, then you just like start walking in that direction.
Oh right, I forgot that the animation happens on its own as a independent thing. Like how you don't have to actually press any buttons to do arm statue drag.
That is also true, but no, I'm saying you press A and you get a grabbing animation on the statue.
Oh, I see.
But you're not actually holding it. If you press down, you just walk away.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's like you're grabbing it with your fingertips and slipping off.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes. Okay, we finally got Mr. Bayer actually walking out of this room, which I think there's something in FMG about that.
Yeah, there's
something about like Fricker will come to your house and take your cartridge away or something.
Yeah. Okay, so Tam's route, well, I guess they're going to get the ether, and then their route is going to become unhinged. So I'm excited.
Yeah, which means we're going to stop watching Mr. Bayer for a little bit because he's just going to do like Hera and then get ether and clip down to Meyer, which is pretty ordinary.
We'll have to see the slide, the checked slide, but other than that, this should be fairly ordinary. Oh, that was an extra fire shot. I thought he was out. Although that wouldn't make any sense. Okay.
All right.
Ooh, comfy fight.
Yeah, you have red mail. It's pretty hard to actually die in this fight in red mail. You can just hug moth if a spike gets too close to you.
All right, so when Buyer gets Ether in a moment, he's going to enter the Dark World and do a weird DMD here. A super jump.
Yeah, I always forget the super jump is I always want to enter the Dark World before doing it, but actually you go down in the Light World and start the hops, and then you go into the Dark World.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember.
So Tam is doing this.
Yo,
middle.
let's
Wow,
go, Tam.
That was really
nice.
good. There's like a pixel you can walk off and then hold up left. But I guess there's also like a dash method.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
That's really
particular
cool.
setup, but I like it.
So this is Big Key, which none of us understand what this is actually for, except eventually Trinix will be killed. The only place you can really go from here is Save and Quit or Top of GT, which doesn't do anything in this category. Unless they're gonna like walk backwards from GT, but I don't think you can because Lambo 2 will block you. There's a shutter door you can't backtrack through. I hope
really?
they thought this
through. It doesn't open when you kill Limo?
It's just closed.
Huh.
Because like you walk, if Tam is doing this, they're walking in backwards, and Lambo's alive. And there's a shutter door on top of Lambo. Which
oh, you mean you can't get from the pot room down into Lambo's
you basically
arena.
can't backtrack through GT.
I see.
Is that true? Actually, maybe you can citrus down. Think about this. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're going to the top of GT and.
Okay, we have acquired an extra TR small key.
The thing that I remember this. The thing that makes it a problem is you can't go to the last big key door and backtrack from that because of the mini Helma room. So
right,
you have to do two separate Stairmasters to make this work. Which I'm assuming is a route that skips the GT big key but still climbs GT and GT state.
People have discussed that.
Oh, no. They take another potion with them and they do another Stairmaster at the top of GT. That's what it is. Okay, we can watch Mr. Buyer for a little bit because it's Oh, I think Tam needs Chain Chomp's key now. They're not supposed to go through that door.
Tam accidentally thought they were playing Zelda 2.
I would like to point out that Tam is the second person in the All Dungeons monthly history to do Chain Chomps in an All Dungeons race. And the first person was me for other reasons.
Yeah. I forgot what happened to you, but yeah, I remember you being in that room.
I accidentally touched the door in Crystal Roller room and had to get another key.
Oh, that's right. You just like got a straight up input or something.
I remember you being very impressed with my thought.
I remember not like thinking about it and being like, I would just panic and end the run and not know what to do or whatever, reset my console.
I mean, the thought of doing chomps making you reset is like totally understandable, and also Tam gets an extra heart in this route because of this, which is kind of cool.
That's funny.
Nice. So that chest open is for later on. They don't have to do the mold arm again. They can just.
Where does this go?
This goes deeper into Gauntlet. It's Gauntlet 2, so this allows them to backtrack when they otherwise wouldn't be able to because of Landmo. Okay. And then they'll come back later with another bottle and open the other big key door. But or just skip the other big key door with another Stairmaster.
But why are we doing this? Why are we just saving and quitting?
The entire basement by opening both big key doors in GT.
Oh, they have to open the first one.
Yes, there's two. One at the top and one at the bottom. And that's it. That's the tour.
This is so much work to not do the basement. This is so slow.
But
Tam is losing like 2 minutes on this route, I feel like.
Tam is a shill for big Stairmaster.
Oh, I remembered about the silvers. Oh my god, I'm so hyped now.
Oh, we're doing swimming.
No?
Hmm?
Even better. You'll find out. You'll be so excited. I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Oh, I know what this is. I
Yeah.
know what this is. Does this work?
I don't know.
Because you can't. I know what you're thinking, but if you're in the light world in Pyramid Fairy, you just get normal fairy. You get waterfall fairy, so you don't get silvers.
Well, that's going to be even more hilarious than if it did work, I think. But maybe they have a plan. Maybe they're going to go to Checkerboard Cave in Fake Light World or something.
I was thinking that too. You'd have to go to Thieves Town and clip from Desert. Should be hilarious. So you go to Thieves Town, you clip to Desert, and then you're in Fake Light World here, and you can blockbuster to. You can blockbuster to Pyramid Fairy and be in.
That would
Dark
probably
World.
add another 2 minutes of time lost to the route.
Absolutely.
I hope that's what we're seeing. Maybe we'll just get the red boom instead when we figure it out. We should allow Mirror Door so that Tam can Mirror Door up to Thieves Town. No, that wouldn't even help because you can't get into Dark World State like that.
Tam could get into Thieves Town with another Stairmaster, which would save no time but add more Stairmasters to the run.
Tam doesn't have a potion at the moment, though. Someone just joined VC? Oh, we might be getting a restreamer changeover or something. I'm not sure. Let's go!
So I don't have
Blockbusting.
audio on. I'm sad that this is probably not going to work because of the fairy behavior, but I appreciate the thought. The good thing is if it doesn't work, you just leave and don't get silvers.
I agree, that is a good thing.
What makes me a little sad is that Tam couldn't figure out a way to make Stairmaster into GT work, such that they can do Aga 2 and then get silvers with a swim.
Right. Okay, so there are several upsides to this route. One is that it's hilarious for me. One is that we get this block on screen for a really long time. And the final one is that Tam is going to enter some staircase with this block push thing armed and just like disappear at some point in the run, almost certainly.
Yeah.
Which is also going to be hilarious for me. Basically, it's just hilarious for me in a lot of ways.
This is great. I love Block Buddy.
Yeah. It's like the block from Portal. The companion cube.
Buster. What's his name? Buster.
Exactly. Oh, I didn't really comment on it because I've been thinking about Tam's route so much, but Bayer pulled off AD Spooky.
Bayer also making use of the arrows. A lot of arrows will be going to a lot of eyes.
I don't know Bayer's comfort level with Vitreous, normal tempered sword Vitreous, but I would suggest just doing tempered spins here to save 8 arrows if you feel confident in that, because 8 arrows is pretty meaningful.
I wouldn't do it on the health that Bayer had.
Well,
but
maybe not.
Mr. Bayer did not spooky. We can pretend he did. It's
You didn't spooky. I thought I saw it. Okay, I'm hallucinating.
So this is Upward Stairmaster, Blockbuster, which is... Usually we go the other direction. We go right, and it takes you to Hammerpeg's cave. And this is the part where I get sad, because this is not actually Pyramid Fairy.
It's a potion! It's a potion for the next Stairmaster!
Oh! So even if the silvers don't work, you still get a green. That is brilliant. I love it. Now we're going to throw in the arrows and get scolded for wasting the fairy's time.
And we're going to get scolded in Japanese. Tam might not even notice that they don't have silvers for a while, depending on how much attention they're paying to the screen.
Don't throw it in again. Oh,
Tam
they're
noticed.
confused.
Tam
Okay, yeah,
understood. Okay.
they understood. But that's okay. They got the potion, which I guess was what that was really for. Because I can't afford flippers and a potion. Tex is telling us he forgot to mirror, which
Where?
can mean that he hard locked. I think that's okay because he
Where? Like at
so
pod?
when you do basement clip route, you get a pendant crystal conflict at pod.
Right.
But you save and quit after opening pod, big key door, so he doesn't have to basement clip again.
I'm gonna
But he
open
does
check
have
the
to kill
stream.
Helma again.
Open checks the stream and make sure that's what's going on. Yeah, that is exactly what's going on.
You get a like a no crystal drops and you just like hard lock in the room.
Right.
That'll happen also like if Tam were to die in Mire, they would have to remember to.
Right. I don't think there's anything interesting in Tam's route. No, there's another Stairmaster. Okay, yeah. We're gonna have to finish GT with the second Stairmaster.
There is something interesting. The interesting thing is that Tam is not doing Turtle Rock into flippers. Tam is doing Mire into.
Oh yeah, this is the
flippers.
DP map
Yeah,
route.
so this is like you go down. It's
Yeah.
safer than the eastern one. You just go down. There's no hard lock risk. Just don't exit that screen.
Fire is 100,000 years ahead of his PB, by the way.
Yeah, he's doing great. Looks like he had a really good Mire, although not a gold.
No.
Fire is definitely also like more than a 118 runner. I know that he can get a better time than that just by playing well. And Gold Desert, very nice. I think he's at least a 116 runner on this route. And like faster on a route that doesn't get red mail.
Fire is doing the map route. Going for top route. This is a little bit safer.
I think Fire also like remembered to menu to bombs at Lammo, which is a free menu.
Oh yeah.
You should use the free menus in all dungeons because they're actually required menus and not like optional ones. They save real time instead of fake time. Tam breaking even on the Spark Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
They have only 6 hearts and haven't gotten the small key yet. No, they have it because they just got it early.
You get the key in this room the first time through in this route, yeah.
No, you get on the way out. It's only on the late hook route that you get the key first.
Oh, well, Tam got it early.
Yeah.
I guess they just forgot what route they were doing. Fire having a little trouble with the YBA. There we go. Chuck's got the crystal. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Tam hasn't armed Spooky yet, or will be arming it later. Or just not doing Spooky, I'm not sure. Yeah, looks like they'll just be arming it here. Just putting down another block. As long as there aren't debts on screen, the block will go into the correct slot.
Good morning, Yoho. Thanks for joining us. Oh.
Yeah, misses the item dash. It's the most common way to fail the Spooky. I like the magic it dropped. It could have done another Spooky, but right, then the bomb wall was already open.
Yeah.
Tam was probably actually hoping for a heart. As 7 hearts is fine.
They're fine.
Like normal NMG amount.
Tam was probably expecting to use silvers for this fight, though.
I was freaking out because I thought Sam was missing all that health and hadn't gotten the key yet.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a bad situation. I wasn't freaking out because I hadn't thought of that and wasn't paying enough attention.
Okay, very nice. Silver's or arrow saving Vidi. Textbook. Mr. Buyer is showing how this is normally done. You backtrack from Laser Bridge to get the big key, and then you mirror back to Laser Bridge. If you really wanted to, you can get like the ferry there. He doesn't really need it. He has red mail.
Yeah, the rest of this dungeon isn't actually very dangerous. This is not a super dangerous split in AD. You don't have to do the laser skip is easier. You don't have to do chomps. You don't have to do pokies too, and so on. So
you usually don't
really
have to do chomps unless you're Tam or me. Then you sometimes have to do it.
Chomps isn't in the route. Let's put it that way. Okay, well, Bayer's finding a way to get hit in this room.
I think what happened is Bayer's not used to having to get that bomb and doesn't really know the movement around it. That happens to me all the time.
Yeah,
if I get the bomb, I just lose my mind.
Yeah.
Okay, here's Tam going for flippers. It's a.
I think they're gonna do the bomb clip, but they might do the easier version.
There's a bomb clip?
Yes. That deboost is not
it's
consistent.
It's not? Interesting.
Well, because of walk pattern stuff, maybe it's consistent enough to work. Like maybe there's 2 pixels that work. But it pushes you back a set distance. So if you get a 2 pixel movement versus a 1 pixel movement into the cactus's hitbox, you end up on a different pixel.
Weird. I've never considered the distance of spike boosts before. How do you know this stuff? Nobody does that.
I looked into that because I was trying to learn this clip one time, and I was trying to find dashing setups into it. Oh, Brahman says you walk diagonal into it. That would normalize your horizontal movement, so that makes sense. I was trying to find a dashing setup into it and found this out. That basically there isn't one. But walking diagonal into it is smart.
I've never seen it before. Alright, we get to play the game of who's ahead. I mean, obviously it's Mr. Buyer, because Tam is doing this unhinged stuff, but...
Tam hard-locked early, and then also spent like 2 minutes trying to recoup 40 seconds with the silvers and failed. I think that they're probably not on PB pace.
I think Tam also has a PB and basement clip route. It's pretty hard to compete with that.
I think that's true, but I would suggest that Tam could probably beat that PB with other routes just by playing better. I think Tam completed like 1 or 2 basement clip runs, like most of us.
Mr. Buyer will get his flippers now. This is a trick called Louis Hop that he fails, but very common to just go for Louis Hop and fail and then do the backup.
Failing it costs like no time, and getting it saves a ton, so definitely a good thing to go for.
It has minor hard lock risk, but I think it's more like you succeed at it and also panic, which is something that only happens in like one mind, where one of you is succeeding and the other of you is panicking.
Yeah. One mind is a trip in glitch categories. Tam menuing to the hookshot, probably thinking that hookshot is the item they need next, which it is not. I don't think... No, maybe it is, because they flooded this room. I was thinking this was going to be Specky Clip, but you're not allowed to Specky Clip in speedruns.
You are? But it doesn't save time over swimming.
It's legal, but it's not... It's impossible to construct a speedrun where it's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's like marginally slower than swimming. The problem is that it would save time if you didn't need flippers for the other parts of Swamp.
Would it? I mean, it would... You can't get hookshot without flooding the room, I don't think.
Yeah, it would be for the second trip, but like you need flippers for the other parts of Swamp.
Oh, like if you didn't have...
The idea is you don't have flippers for the middle. It's not because you're not flooding.
And then you would...
I don't know. It doesn't exist, so...
Maybe you can diver down that first staircase and then walk up the other staircase and then Specky Clip across if you don't have flippers. I don't actually know. I should look at that.
Wow, they're in the same dungeon.
That's happened a few times, actually. Yoho, did Yoho just listen to like a quarter of the words I said and then say something mean that didn't make sense? Swamp Door State Extension is a pretty good meme. I used it to win a pair of headphones, so
That's you also got like a there's like some kind of lottery.
yeah.
We spun the wheel correctly, but you also had a lot of tickets. I'm checking in on the other racers. They're all still in it. Relkin's not live, but he hasn't forfeit, so I don't really know what's happening. He either just like has bad internet and is not showing his live, or like he lost power and can't forfeit because he's doesn't have power. I'm not sure what's going on.
Was he ever live? He might just be playing off stream.
Oh, maybe. He was live earlier for learning. Aerie is in GT and Krithel's in GT. It's actually a close race between them, but Krithel's splits didn't start correctly, so I don't know what kind of pace he's on.
It looks like, so I just checked Relkin's VOD, and his VOD ended before the race started. So I guess he's either playing offline or just forgot to leave the race room or something.
Huh. The Ice Palace is the same for pretty much everyone who runs this category, with the exception of people who get blue mail.
Yeah, not very
many
much
people.
we can do about it in this category.
It's pretty good the way it is. You can optimize the clip a little bit by like doing Samaria strats with the switch and stuff, but it's marginal.
There's like, yeah, there's different room to room strats, but not really different routes through the dungeon.
Ice Palace is extremely fun and very fast. It's a series of glitches you do in rapid succession, and then you fight Cold Stare.
Yeah, I agree. Very, very fun split.
Very nice. Perfect clip from Tam.
Yeah.
It's one of the glitches you can do optionally. Just that stare clip that you can also do in RMG if you want. Mr. Buyer on a hot pace. Minus 52 out of Swamp.
Dang.
This is probably the last place where Mr. Buyer's run can die. It's the Ice Palace map wrap. Or mirror wrap. And
that's really low.
He's low, he's fine, good. Just tap down.
Okay.
He can be quite low. Nice cold stare for Tam.
Tam, menuing to the mirror. I always do this, and then I feel like an idiot.
Oh, because you don't mirror after this?
You save and quit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they don't have Ice Rod, do they? They're doing Ice Rod.
Oh, maybe they have to get Ice Rod, yeah.
Yeah, they told us they're doing Brahmin Ice Rod, which is a new...
They forgot to put it in their splits. They put every other item in their splits.
Mr. Buyer having a little bit of trouble with this. He's actually succeeding a couple times, but not going for it.
Just doing unbuffered single frame left taps there, I guess.
So Tam will do TR, which is a very fast try and X kill, already has the big key. And then GT will be very interesting. It'll be just the climb, but with a Stairmaster at the end to skip the last big key door. Oh, nicely done. Second try swim clip. That might have actually been first try. It seems to be pretty position dependent to get on this pixel. If the bomb throw fails, you can just throw another bomb, or you can clip in this way to teleport. This teleport has been used in a lot of categories, or in a lot of like older versions of this category where you do ice ride after ice.
The teleport is usually a backup because it's like quite hard to beat just throwing a bomb, but it's good in case you don't have an extra bomb to spare.
Yeah, at best I've been able to get it like break even. I think there's a old strat where you do it while offset.
Yeah, that one was pretty cursed.
You don't do that anymore because of the swim clip. Swim clip's just really good. There's 3 different ways to do the swim clip to ice rod, and that way seems to be the fastest.
There are? There's the normal one that
there's the Tam swam where you just like, it's the easy one, but it's a little slower. And then you go up to the top and do like the one you do in Rando that goes directly into the cave.
Oh, I see.
I have trouble saving time on that one, but it saves a bomb, and it is faster if you can pull it off. Okay. Oh, I love this Gerdo walk.
Nice.
If you stay on grid dashing up, you can land on the correct pixel to just walk through the laser bridge. All right. Very, very good, like 1 minute pace for Mr. Buyer, and a gold.
No pressure.
I mean, it can die at Aga, I guess, because it's RNG. But you have to have really bad blue balls to lose a minute on Aga 1.
I forgot about that. That all the blue ball RNG is at the end now.
Oh, my favorite part of Tam splits is GT is called Aga and Aga is called Again.
Yeah. Classic Tam joke.
I also liked your old splits that would say Aghanim 3 for Ganon.
Yeah, well, he says, this is, you've defeated me twice, but this is my final form.
And I assumed it was because of, it's like another RNG.
Oh no, it's because of the dialogue.
Mr. Buyer going for heart neutral here.
That's kind of a funny thing to do with, like, red mail.
Maybe he's on a pace and doesn't want to lose it.
Sure. A lot of the stuff in here, I think, does 1 damage to you anyway. There's, like, spikes you run into and BMOS and things like that, falling in pits. But I still think that you're probably fine to just take the damage in there.
Yeah, that's why it's, like, arguably not good to get red mail in any percent RMG, at least the old version. I still died to Aga 1, Aga 2, so I still get it.
Does it save any damage on Aga 2?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh.
I might be wrong, but...
I don't know the mail damage tables at all, really.
The thing that really saves time on for me saves hearts on is, like, Moldorm Bounce. So I'll reach Aga 2 with more health because Moldorm Bounce doesn't completely destroy my HP.
Right. Yeah, it cuts bomb damage down by 3/4.
Requiem is asking some really good questions that I think Requiem can answer by timing things. It's really hard to time this because it's a whole bunch of route knock-on effects that you have to time along with it. Somebody has to make a spreadsheet or something. I just can't wrap my head around how that will be done.
You love timing things, Requiem. It's a great excuse for you to not have to actually do runs.
Silver arrows. So the thing I always say about Silver's Lambo is it's either a 1 cycle or a 5 cycle. There's no in between.
Silver's Lambo is quite hard.
It's also a little sketchy now. That would get the heart. Yeah, there we go. Do you think Mr. Buyer has enough silvers for Aga, Tower, and Ganon? I guess he does.
5 arrows in Aga Tower.
That's right. You get them at Circle of Pots. Which is something he asked me yesterday, and I told him you can get them at Circle of Pots, and I forgot immediately. Here's a place where red mail can save his life. He'd be on Oko if he didn't have it.
Against the Wizards, yeah.
Against the lasers. He almost died to pit
I
damage
guess.
yesterday. That was terrifying.
Why are we saving magic here? Or not saving magic. Wait, what was the... That was such a weird way to do that room.
Well, he doesn't have to do the pot.
Well, he lifted the right pot, and then he went up and did the top lamp first.
I remember there being something... Oh, something about...
I guess to skip Torches
Save-
2 magic?
Yeah,
Well, temporarily.
I remember something about this in co-op, of all things. That you can save time on, like, refill or something? I don't remember. It's specific to having silver arrows in all dungeons.
Okay, well. Didn't work out this time.
Pam is climbing GT, and we'll be doing Stairmaster very soon. I forgot what door it's done in. I want to say it's in the ice room. After Moldorm.
Sure, I don't know. That would make sense. I was wondering if it's in the basement below Moldorm 2. But if it were there, then Tam wouldn't have opened the chest, so... Why are we Stairmastering again? To get to Aga 2?
There's a big key door on the way that Tam doesn't have the key for. So the first Stairmaster was to open the bottom big key door, and the second one is to skip the top one.
It's interesting that Tam and Fire both chose routes in which they do the climb on its own.
Alright, we actually have our first finisher. And, oh my god, we should have been... Aerie and Krithel just finished, like, within seconds of each other. Incredible.
GG's to them. Yeah, Krithel finished with a 110.49 and Aerie has a 110.57.
So it's not quite a PB for Aerie, but he's been, like, really consistently 110ing this. He'll get it.
Saying really consistent makes it sound like he's been doing a lot of runs where he's getting 110s every time, but I'm pretty sure this is the second run he's completed in the last 2.5 years.
Yeah, but they've all been 110s. I don't think I've seen him get a run that's not a 110.
No, yeah. I think it's just the 2 runs that he's done. Maybe I just missed some. He's like very easily good enough to 109. And obviously we didn't get to watch the run, so I don't know what kept him down this time. Chex, by the way, has managed to just barely keep his pace less than 10 minutes behind his PB. We'll see if he manages to keep that up.
Very nice triple. I looked away and missed the Stairmaster, but...
Oh yeah, me too.
It was
check on
definitely successful because we're at Aga 2. It's not that far between Mr. Byer and Tam. Considering the hard lock and Mr. Byer being on pace, although he's lost a little bit of time on the climb. I'm trying to figure out why. I guess it's mostly Lambo 2?
Lambo 2 was quite slow. I would hope that was a time loss. Spleeby is also right behind them. Probably 20 seconds behind Tam. Chex is entering Aga 2 now, probably a minute behind.
Wow, 8 blue balls?
8 blue balls is quite bad. Quite bad luck. Hello, CSR2. This race has been very silly with all the runners doing crazy things, but you've entered at the end when they're all just cleaning up, so you missed all the fun.
It's also like an unprecedented I want to say 100% completion rate so far.
So
Nobody's
far.
forfeited, and we already have 2 finishers and a few who are at the part of the run where you don't tend to forfeit. There isn't. I don't think anyone's really at a place where your run can die that I'm aware of.
Except for Relkin.
We don't know where Relkin is. Relkin is AFK. Someone was saying he forgot to start stream. I'm presuming he's just having a successful offline run.
Right, probably.
He's pretty new
I
to
think
the
this will be
category,
his,
so
like his first run. I think he
Yeah.
was just learning the category.
I hope he's recording so he can at least submit it, because I think first runs are a good thing to submit just for historical reasons.
If you had a first run of a category like this, and it was slower than your NMG PB, would you submit it to leaderboards even though it's not a
absolutely.
PB?
Absolutely.
But it's not a PB.
It's fine.
Relkin has done runs? Okay.
That also didn't happen because my first speed run ever was this category, and I didn't do NMG for like another year and a half.
Right, fair.
That could happen if I attempt to like the any percent brain lord speedrun though. It has some very difficult sections.
Yeah, when's the return of Brainlord?
I will get to it. I really want to, but I have to like relearn everything, which is the same problem I have with Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Sometime when I'm not running a tournament, which is like 2 months of the year.
Relkin has finished, apparently. GG to him.
When I say Relkin's first run, I mean first all dungeons. He has he has a 124 in NMG.
Yeah, Relkin is a strong NMG
very
runner.
accomplished NMG runner and rando player. Yeah, he's like won the SG Live randomizer tournament twice. So no slouch.
No, just new to glitch categories.
Okay, Mr. Byer out of Aghanim ahead by 52 seconds.
With silvers, this should be a 117.
Yeah, it's okay. Good.
Maybe
He
a
gets trident
116
spin.
with optimal luck.
I've seen him like miss trident spin a couple times, so I was a little bit worried. I think he'll be okay now. He needs to get. Okay, there we go. You have to do a hookless cannon if you've done Silver's Aga because you don't want to menu if you don't have to.
Yeah.
So that was perfect. Oh, Rockin has run this. He told me this yesterday. He said he ran it last year and has a 112, which is a very good time.
Relkin will, or Byer will clean up here.
Last arrow.
This
Don't
will
spam the bow.
Not be a 7. Yeah, this is not going to be a 16,
Oh,
unfortunately.
so close,
Very
though.
close.
Very close. I know he's capable of it. It was overall a very good run. Like he doesn't have any like gigantic time saves. He just has little ones, like not messing up Ice Armos. But he definitely has a 116 on the horizon without dropping any safeties.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure, easily. There were like at least 3 places I can think of in this run where he could save a big chunk of time pretty easily.
So that was a gold Ganon, 106 ahead of PB. I didn't pay attention to his warps or his blue balls, but his Aga tower at least saves time over PB. He doesn't split blue balls separately. I think it's less common in all dungeons because the tower isn't as hard, so people aren't losing as much time in the tower itself. Ooh, that was close.
Gonna be a lot of finishers finishing all at once here in a minute.
I can't express enough how impressed I am with like the dedication of these runners. Most of them actually did like practice before, in the last week or so. Or even
Yeah.
right before the race, in Spleeby's case. I don't know if Hollow Knight counts as practice.
Yeah, Ari, Tam used a potion to get an extra heart instead of using it for a health refill. Pretty inefficient, but... Alright, GG to Tam.
Oh yeah, the 15 hearts is pretty fun.
The 11850 something. Who's that? Is that Buyer? That's Tam. What's up, Tam?
Hey. Sadness.
So, I would like to commend you for doing every stupid trick in the universe, even though it maybe didn't work out exactly the way you hoped. It was hilarious and great fun for me.
That's what I wanted, so I'm glad. I know about the Pyramid Fairy thing, but in my excitement of planning this out, I forgot. So that was tragedy.
Well, right. I realized that when you didn't get the silvers back, you hesitated for like 1 second, and then we're like, oh right, yeah. But the important thing is that you blockbusted, not what happened after that.
I need the potion, so that's the quickest potion you can get.
Yeah. And your route obviously saved time, doing 2 Stairmasters instead of just getting the big key.
You'll have to change your split name to DP Green Potion.
Yeah.
So there's no silvers.
Yeah, next time you run this route.
I think you can still get silvers, but you have to do some swimming later on.
Yeah, well, my plan is for the next iteration, either early Aga, swim to Pyramid Fairy, or just do Mirror Portal offset at some point.
I was thinking that too, but you might run into problems with saving and quitting when you have Aga defeated.
Yeah. The other problem is, like, best time to set up the Mirror Portal is before Pod, but I don't think I can use the potion before going to Pyramid Fairy in that case.
I think what you should do is just find a new glitch and then shoehorn it into the route in some corrupt way.
Yes. Well, we have to wait a few months for it to become legal first.
Well, you can just do it anyway. If you're on Restream, it's fine.
Yeah. Also, this time wasn't actually that bad because of the Eastern map wrap thing.
Yeah, you lost like 2 minutes at the beginning.
Okay.
It was like 3 minutes, I think.
I really like Krithel's thought. So here's what you do: is you do Ganon's Tower, and then you get silvers and another green potion, and then you skip 1 door in Castle Tower.
Totally worth it.
But I still need the potion for Ganon's Tower.
It's after Ganon's Tower.
Well, am I doing Ganon's Tower normal? Or?
You do Ganon's Tower, you do your Stairmaster, and then you kill Aga 2. And then before you do Aga 1, you get your silvers and your green potion.
Oh, I see.
And then you skip 1 door in Castle Tower with the Stairmaster.
That sounds almost definitely like it's worth it.
For sure, definitely.
I mean, it's not like I did this route to be optimal. So.
The point of the monthly is not PBing by 1 minute and 6 seconds and having a great run and winning. It's doing Blockbuster on Restream.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hey, Buyer, GG. Congrats on the huge PB.
Yeah, GG's. This is only a route PB.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my actual PB is somewhere as like a low 116.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot that you had a 116.
Mm-hmm.
But route PBs are also a time-honored tradition in the monthly.
Yeah, still really happy with this run. I played a little safer, and I think I benefited from it.
Mr. Bar, you're missing a safety. You could have 15 hearts.
Oh. Sorry.
I don't think Mr. Buyer can make, like getting red mail and also Stairmaster work.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never mind.
But that's okay, because you can get blue mail instead, which is better.
We weren't watching it, but the Spleeby Checks race was a heater, apparently. They finished 15 seconds apart.
Oh.
Yeah, but I like doing staggered 1v1 races or something.
Yeah, Krithel and Ari were really close Tam and Bayer were pretty close, and Sweeby and Chuckseaman were really close, and Relkin wasn't streaming, so who cares?
Kurthel also seems to have, I want to say, like, gotten really close to his best run, but, like, offset by blue balls.
Right.
I don't know what the math turned out to, but he was asking in chat earlier whether, how much time he lost from the blue balls.
Oh, and Spleeby has some excuses for how he actually beat Chuckseaman by more.
Crystal and Ares runs are both pretty insane. Too bad you were watching me instead.
Neither
Yeah.
of them blockbusted. I can
You don't know
assure
that.
you.
We wanted to choose the one
know
person
that.
who would actually drink more potions than Kurthel,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is
that's
you,
true.
so...
Yeah,
You drank a lot of potions.
I drank 2, which
Two.
is
Just one more than Kurthel.
That's true. You did.
twice
You
as much as
also
the maximum.
right, but you, yeah, okay.
I also lent my
And you
bow.
got 2 bottles.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Is this a joke that I don't understand?
Well, you got the tavern bottle, and then you reset and got the tavern bottle again.
Oh, that's true. It doesn't count if it's not in my inventory. Then.
Fair.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I did the Eastern map wrap like once before the race. I was like, yeah, this is good enough. It wasn't.
By the way, I decided before the race, because of what happened yesterday during practice, I decided to get Old Man heal during Hera. And that heals 2 hearts, and I was 2 hearts going into GT, so it did end up mattering.
There you go.
It's too bad Red Mail can't fix Hera. It can sort of fix everything after Red Mail, but not Hera.
All right. That was, again, 8 runners, no forfeits. I don't think I've ever seen that before in
That's
any
preposterous.
speedrun race.
Craziest thing.
I mean, the NMG, like, quadruple one-on-one race we did at SG Live, I think had like a 60% forfeit rate or something.
I think 6 people ended up forfeiting.
My route is so safe because of the extra heart.
I'm sure.
All right. Well, thanks for the great show, guys. Do y'all have any final words to say before we wrap this up?
Thanks for doing commentary.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
I did it just for you.
Yeah, thanks for the restream. I've been wanting to show off this route for a while, but I never got the chance to.
Yeah, it's an interesting route. I don't know how much slower it is. Obviously, getting red mail costs a little time, but probably not too much if it just goes smoothly. Cool. All right. Well, I guess we'll throw it back over to ZSR then. GG's again. Thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend.
Right. Thank you all for participating. Thank you for commentating. Thank you for watching. Shoutouts to our commentators, Malmo and Foxlist. Thank you also to our runners on Restream, Tam and Mr. Bayer, and everyone else who participated in the RMG All Dungeons race today. Hope you all had fun. So, quick look at the schedule. What's next on Zelda Speedruns? Well, as you might have told from the absolutely insane Restream schedule, the OT Randomizer Tournament has slightly kicked off its main brackets phase. And there's a bunch of OT Randomizer on. Next on our schedule is on Sunday, so tomorrow, at 3:20 p.m. UTC, 10:20 a.m. Eastern, a match from Group O, Okishi versus Master Alex. And after that, there's a bunch more on the schedule. Let's see. The next one that's going to be restreamed on ZSR is on Sunday, 7:20 p.m. UTC, 2:20 p.m. Eastern, from Group N, Aosuna versus Rock Chalk. And that, I think, wraps up the OTR restreams and the other restreams on Zelda Speedruns this weekend. There's a lot of OTR happening. In terms of Link to the Past, I think that's it for this weekend over here on ZSR. And just to show y'all ALTTP people, sorry, that was a difficult word apparently. Some other Zelda games. I'm going to send you over to a friend of this channel and outstanding community member, Klo1313, who is playing some Ocarina of Time randomizer himself, Triforce Blitz, a settings mode that is guaranteed to be done within 2 hours, which is a blessing. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you soon on Zelda Speedruns. Bye everyone!